What's going on? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Um, all right, y'all already know what time it is, right? And I'm saying that these women since the 50s and many before then. Remember that during slavery, it was primarily them that sabotaged every movement to for us when we was fighting our way out of that condition. While we were fighting ourselves out of that condition, they were fighting to keep us in that condition because they got comfortable to the lifestyle under massa. All right, it's no difference today, but this is the harm that it's going to cause them. All right, and this is also why we as Afro men should let them go. All right, and we should maintain our resources for ourselves. We're going to go into this a little more on the live, but I want y'all to pay attention to a couple of things that I'm going to bring up. And there's a couple of clips, and it shows you how start and it shows you the disaster that being raised by the single black mother is for Afro children in the black community. And I'm gonna break some of these things down and let y'all know that the best thing to happen for us is to have an enemy spy want to divest away from you. So now you are truly a free man. All right. Brothers been held back. Our finances have been just put in a shambles. The good men. And I want y'all to understand something. It's not a divestment that they think. It is a big old SH going to hit the fan and they're not going to see it coming. So let's get into this real quick. And yeah, let's just get into this real quick. All right, let me remind you to like, share, and subscribe. And please share because, as y'all know, Google and stuff is shadow banning this channel. So it's hard to find. So it's up to the brothers that see it to share it in the groups and share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you have, so that brothers can get the message, the true brothers. All right. And I'll explain the reasoning behind a lot of this. All right. So my Cash App and PayPal me will be in the description box if you like what I'm doing for the Afro community in these places like here in Brazil and Colombia. All right. Pay attention to this and see how lost the BW truly is.
Y'all, random thought. Y'all ever wonder why the 3 Ps never get put on women and always get put on men? The profess, protect, and provide. How come that's only something that men get pressured to do?
Now, let me answer that right quick, because that's what men naturally do. That's what men have naturally been doing. The majority of men, when we get a woman that follow our lead, that's what we do. We provide and we protect. All right? We do that.
How come it's never pressure for the woman to provide for the man, or the woman to protect the man, or the woman to profess?
And here's the thing. Our protection and provision is profession. We don't have to say it. We just do it. See, we are of action. The Afro man has always been a man of action. So if it's a thug whooping your behind, yeah, he's a man of action. That's how he really feel about you. All right. When you go to the Caucasian, he don't want you. He just want to keep you from producing with us. It's amazing how many dark natural women go on TikTok talking about, oh, I'm gonna be dark natural and I'm submissive, and then when you look, they have a white dude. All right. because they submit to the Caucasian man. He haven't built anything. It was Afro men who built the country, primarily. Then, when slavery ended, we were the only skilled people in the land. So we kept building. Till Caucasians learned the skill, then they came up with ways to divide and devised them to keep us away from that. But still, we built our own communities. But then they were bombed from the air, flooded over. Every time we progressed, they came in with the power of a whole country and waged war on us, the Afro men. And then in the 50s, 60s, 70s, it became more horrendous as the BAW acted as spies for the state to wage war on the Afro men that wanted to see better for everybody.
It's always, this is what a man's supposed to do. If there's so many standards on what men are supposed to do for women, why ain't nobody dropping the standards on what women are supposed to be doing for men? Because I swear it was a 50-50 ass world. So if my man can protect me, I feel like I need to be able to protect him. If my man can provide for me, I feel like I need to be able to provide for him. Why is it always a one-way fucking street? Why? I don't understand that shit. Somebody make that shit make sense. Women be wanting shit that they can't even give men. I know I ain't shit. I know the women hate me, but I just be thinking. Because men really be having me fucked up.
Now, let me break some other stuff down. One, she don't understand the role of a woman. Remember the statement I made way back in 2013? I said you take sex, your degree, and money off the table, your job for the white man. You take it off the table because your job for the white man is not helping my home. What do you bring to me in the relationship as a man? All right, I'm already providing. My home is, and my doors, my front door is part of your protection. Right? If we have children, they will have provision. The children I raised always had, they never had to worry about anything. All right? If a woman would have stuck with me, she would have never had to worry about anything. We could have built up wealth together. But nah, they didn't want that. They want control over your wealth, right? And this woman here don't know how to be a woman. She all tatted up. You can't bring this to me. All right, she's really messed up. She's messed up as to the responsibility of a woman and the responsibility of a man. Why? Because she was never taught. Oh, but it gets worse. Here, this dude came up with a list that women want. Pay attention.
I posted like a list of requirements that women be putting on men. I'ma read it. So I said, y'all want a man to take care of y'all, buy y'all flowers randomly, buy gifts randomly, pay for hair, nails, and toes, pick up your food, take your car to get serviced, and pay for it. Dare you, buy a house, cars, pay for trips, be a good guy, don't cheat, show you love all the time, plan date nights, run bath water, give foot rubs. Little funny part, have a six pack. Did I lie anywhere?
No.
Okay. But what you doing for him? Are you putting out multiple times a week without him begging for it and the way he wants it?
All right. So basically, he wasn't raised to have this conversation, right? His list was spot on. The woman tells him his list was spot on. All right, here's the problem. That after wanting all of that, right, the women don't bring anything to the table that we need that comes from a woman. All right, he says putting out sex. Nope, they don't bring that. Don't, especially if you get married. Don't get married, brothers. Brothers do not get married. It's a miserable life for a man. Do not get married. It's a miserable life for a man. All right. But even in relationships, these women don't bring what men need. they bring the least of what they can bring in the hopes, understand this, in the hopes that the man will give her everything she wants, desire, and need. In other words, in order to get everything she wants, desire, and needs, she will only bring the least that she wants to give to him. There was a woman I had a problem with, and she didn't understand this. She would always, it was a dark sister, really loved her, right? But she always wanted to give me what she wanted and never what I wanted or needed. You know, to be in a healthy relationship. So I said it wasn't worth my time. So here's the thing. You got these women that's going out doing all this, doing the bathing suit, the Brazilian bathing suit picture and stuff like that. You got them making a lot of money on YouTube. You can find these pictures on YouTube. I forget what they call it, right? Where they put these skimpy bathing suits on. Twitter, and of course WhatsApp. All right, but this is about all they bring, and they bring this to the table as if they're the only ones that have it. All right, so now we get to this. They're all laughing and smiling, but this is why we shouldn't care. When they go after the Caucasian man, that means there's going to be more submissive women for us. See how that works? When they go after the Caucasian man, take him off the market, there will be more submissive men, submissive women for us. Let me repeat that. When they go after the Caucasian man, there will be more submissive women for us. He can have them. These women have literally become quite dangerous, and they are breakers of the commandment, thou shalt not bear false witness. This woman right here, her name is Cynthia G, has been leading the charge of bearing false witness. She's been getting together with other women in order to destroy Afro men. All right. Now, I don't know if she's still on YouTube. All right. But what she's been doing has been dangerous. There has been recently a collective that had a Zoom call on how they were going to get together as black women and work with the police to unalive the Afro men. I want you to think about that. We're talking about toxic, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity, but this is a clear indication of toxic femininity or toxic females, because femininity ain't toxic either. They're not capable of femininity, because this is not feminine. But let's say toxic feminist. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. What you have in dudes that are hyper violent and all the rest of this, you have a lack of masculinity. One of the biggest thing about masculinity is the strength of the man mentally to have control over our physical strength. Know when to use it, know when not to take no mess anymore. All right, and not be a simp. In other words, when we're hit, we'll hit back. But until we hit, we might say some words or we'll walk off. All right, we'll meet measure with measure, no matter who hits us. Let that be understood. No, whoever hits us deserves to get hit back. This is why I don't go to the zoo, jumping in a lion cage, messing around with lions. This is why I don't go out into the woods at all, looking for bears to F with. Because when they maul me, people are like, well, that was a lion. Well, it's stronger than you. When a bear maul me, they be like, well, that's a bear. It's 10 times stronger than you. You shouldn't have been messing with it. So if you don't want to get hit back, don't hit nobody. All right. But this woman has done nothing but lie about the Afro males in general, saying things that she knows is statistically false. But it's about a narrative because she preached a while about how there's beta simps, this, that, and the other, and then she laid up with one, got pregnant with a dude that had 4 or 5 more children before her. But her toxicity was so bad that no good man would want her anyway. She's the product of her own self-fulfilling prophecy. This mess right here is why, brothers, if you want to get into matrimony, I wouldn't mind having a wife. Let me just say that. It's just that in the United States, I would not do that mess at all. I would have to find a woman from another country that valued men and respected what I actually bring. All right. Outside of that, no. So let's look at this right here.
Netflix and Sony will take down all Will Smith content from their platforms, and people are conflicted.
You hear that?
Hey, y'all thought they was gonna let him walk free with the BS? This was the backlash. This was we knew this was coming.
All right. So there you have it. There you have it, people. This dude did all this for an ungrateful, unfaithful woman whose toxicity was so bad in this family that she had a daughter wishing that a dead dude, Tupac, is somewhere out there. I want y'all to understand that. These women were never on the side of any righteous men. This is why we need to let them go. They wrote books. They got books. They all up in Hollywood. They are trashing good men like it's the most. But at the same time, they're complaining because not even the white dudes in Hollywood want to deal with this kind of toxicity. All right. So this is what they get. Now, so brothers, as I was saying, that they for the streets. And if you, tomorrow I'm going to do a live. Get to the title of it in a minute. Tomorrow I'm doing a live. So check my Facebook. All right, check your Facebook Messenger if you have it. And please share the notice so that we brothers can have this discussion. Because we're dealing with a level of toxicity that even a lot of brothers don't understand. They think that, oh, we could band together and make a political move. This is not a political thing. This is a spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. We got a group of women who's mainly into witchcraft, mainly into trying to get the Afro man to worship them. They will choose a weak Caucasian man or any Caucasian man over a righteous Afro man. They'll get run through by thugs first, and then they'll want the simp. There is better for us, and we are not tethered to them. As a matter of fact, these are the very things that Deuteronomy and Ezra told us to avoid. All right? They for the streets or white zaddy. They'll get with simps or anyone they can control. You got to be aware of this, brothers. Look for this title. All right? This is the discussion for tomorrow. Bros, let the B-dub divest and save your resources for yourself. All right? We're working on many groups of Afro brothers, right? And in order to protect yourself, you have to have resources. If you look at how these women date, how they want you to be in a relationship, they want you to spend all your money on them while giving you hardly anything in return. Brother, it's time to let them go. Get a Filipino, get anybody else but them. And we need to travel outside the United States, those that can. And when we do, and as we save up from being there, we need to be able to support the brothers that's left in the United States. All right? So, look for this, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and my donation links are in the description box, along with all the other links. Go click on some of them links and get some of that information and research that I've already done for you in the description box, which is right below the video. With that said, I'm out.